Hey guys, welcome. Good evening or good morning, whatever time you're watching this. I'm already having my own Mercury retrograde because I cannot speak today. But yeah, so this will be my first pick a card moon reading. Usually I do the new moon pick a card readings, and so this will be my first one for the full moon. The full moon will be in Cancer. So this full moon, we are going to focus on what we need to be releasing and how can we show ourselves nurturement and kindness while if we're going through some changes, or if we need to let something go, or if we're growing, how can we show ourselves that kindness and nurturement while we're going through the tough spots or the rough spots. Okay, so make sure you grab a snack or a drink. Each video or each pile, there's going to be a total of 3 piles for you to pick from. First, I'm going to lay out each card individually. I will use the Tibetan bowl to clear your guys' mind so you can have a clear mind when deciding which pile you want to pick. After using the Tibetan bowl, I'm going to have you guys, for those who are clairvoyant, I'm going to place crystals on top of the piles for you guys to choose from. And for those of you who is more clairaudient and wants to pick piles by listening to something, usually most users or YouTube users use like specific bells and gongs to pick piles or tones or vibrations. I'm going to actually do songs because I am a big believer that music has vibes, and so each pile is going to have about 30 seconds of a song that I chose specifically for each pile. Alrighty. Alright, so one thing I want to say before we get started as well is that keep in mind that I am doing a collective reading for a group of people, so if something does not resonate completely in what I say in the pile, just leave it there for who it's meant to resonate. Some things might resonate in one specific pile, and some things might not. If you feel like the pile does not resonate in general, try choosing a different pile. I literally can't talk today. So sorry. Try choosing a different pile if you feel like the pile does not suit you. Okay? Some of you might have only one pile. Some of you might feel drawn to 2 piles. Maybe you feel drawn to all 3, and that's okay. Right? So awesome. At the end of the day, my readings are for confirmations. They are not a deciding factor in any of the choices that you have to do. It's just confirming a feeling that you might have had or must have been feeling in your subconscious. So at the end of the day, you still have the power over your own choices and what you want to do. So I'm going to leave that with y'all. And all right, so let's get started. Okay, y'all, so let's clear our minds with this Tibetan bowl. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. All right. Let the vibrations of the Tibetan bowl clear your mind, close your eyes, and focus on keeping your mind blank and see what the sounds bring you. Perfect. All right. This is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. go ahead and take about 30 seconds to choose, and then I will place crystals on top. Okay, pile 1, we have petrified wood. Pile 2, we have raw lapis lazuli. To focus a little more. Pile 3, we have some raw sunstone. Okay, take another 30 seconds to meditate on the stone. Okay, so let's get to our clairaudient section. For pile 1, I'm going to play the sound for you guys. About 30 seconds. So this is the song for pile 1, Space Oddity by David Bowie.
This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade. And the papers want to know whose shirt you wear. Now it's time to leave the capsule if you dare. This is Major Tom to ground control. I'm stepping through.
Okay, pile 2. Is going to be Phoenix by Fall Out Boy. And then pile 3 is going to be Landslide by Stevie Nicks.
Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes you bolder. Children get older. I'm getting older too. So
Alrighty, I will list the time links below, and then we can get you can just go ahead and jump ahead to the timestamps. Okay, see you guys in your piles. 1, if you have chose pile 1, you have chose the petrified wood. Petrified wood is a very good grounding, calming, and securing stone. So if you chose this crystal based off the crystal, pile off the crystal, then, you know, maybe you're requiring some grounding and some calming in your life. Or if you chose this by a song, then, you know, that's what you're kind of, you know, the song that you chose is kind of what you're calling into your life. So I am going to start this reading with some astrology cards, chakra cards, and a couple cards that kind of get in tune with your energy. Keep in mind, for the sake of reading, at the end of the day, you're in charge of your own decisions. My readings are only for confirmations. And so if something does not resonate with you, leave it on the table for who it resonates for, because this is a collective reading. Alright, awesome. So the first card we got was the 12th house here, astrologically. We have Pisces and Mercury. We have inspiration here. If you have Pisces or water anywhere in your chart, please look to your birth chart for where these zodiac signs may lie for the planetal energies. But we do have Mercury's here, so you might have some Pisces Mercury energy here. Your Mercury might be in Pisces. As you can see, we have the keyword inspiration. The 12th house is all about hidden strengths, things that lie beneath the surface for us. Mercury is the planet of communication. Communication and how we analyze. Interesting. So that's amazing. When I look at this card, I very much get a lot of vibes of daydreaming, creativity, intuitiveness, a lot of like a silent strength that we keep a lot in our mind. We might have very descriptive imaginations. We might have a lot of ideas in our heads that kind of like float around a lot. You might be art creative or artistic when it comes to writing or poetry, since we got the planet of Mercury here. And kind of like visions, like you have visions of like what you want to do, or when it comes to our goals, we kind of like mostly have it in our heads, a mental picture of how we want our goals to look like. So I'm getting a lot of vibes of like, you know, most people probably don't know what you're thinking unless you kind of open up yourself a little bit more. You might kind of seem a little bit mysterious to people. But you have a lot going on in that head of yours, so that's kind of vibes I'm getting with this card here. Highly imaginative. That might, you know, that's of course your strength there. Your hidden strength is your creativity. All right, so let's see what we got coming up for your energies. We have the reverse zebra, spirit animal. We have confidence, energy card, black energy card. We have rebirth. Ooh, number 16, rebirth. Interesting. I feel like these two go together with color. Black is usually the color of transformation. It seems that we might be out of balance with the zebra in reverse. Oh, look. Look how the triangle is on the zebra's head. Yeah. You're eccentric, creative. You're really a lot of fun to be around, actually. Let's see. We got the chakra card. We got the solar plexus, inner strength. The solar plexus sits right above our navel, right around the diaphragm that's near our lungs. The solar plexus relates to our confidence, strength, personal power, determination. We got the monk nun, the light attribute. It's a character personality trait that you are developing this year. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Yeah, I did sense a great amount of intuitiveness, so you might be spiritual here. You might be a little bit clairvoyant, so you might get things like popping in your mind sometimes, or when you're feeling out a vibe, it might come to you as a thought from an emotion. As well. I moved some of these up here. Yeah, there we go. Let's move these up here. I'm gonna move this over, actually. We got one more card. We have the Soul Journeys card with relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Ooh. I feel like this goes with rebirth here. We got purple. Purple's the color of, the third eye chakra, intuition. It seems like we're being guided to focus on our solar plexus, though. It feels like your third eye chakra might be your strength here. Hence why the triangle here is in the zebra's eyes. Zebra energy is very creative, very eccentric, very free-spirited, and they love to kind of like be in humanitarian issues. You might love to do charity work. You might like to volunteer, and that just brings you a lot of fulfillment. You're unbalanced right now because it's in reverse. So we have a lot of thought actions going on in our heads. It seems that we're being called for a rebirth here, death and transformation. We might have recently have like a huge ending, and we're kind of like coming from a huge loss. It might be a personal loss. It might be financially. It might be letting go of an old relationship that no longer serves us, because like that has been holding us back, especially with the relationships card coming into your reading, and with the inner strength card coming into your reading. I mean, when this comes in, when the solar plexus chakra comes into your reading, it means that our goal, is we need to focus on our personal power, picking ourselves back up, having resilience. It seems like recently we might have experienced a huge loss. Maybe it was with relationships. Maybe we had to let go of a negative person here. Yeah, relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. You're being guided to find better people in your life, or get rid of people who no longer, support you, or who are negative or cause negative feelings towards you, especially since you have Pisces Mercury. I'm getting a sense of like also for some of you, maybe some emotional abuse from a partner, or maybe we are our worst enemies as well, and we are harshest on ourselves, especially with the confidence card here. I feel like when people really get to know you, the real you comes out, and you kind of really show that confidence, especially since we have the monk nun here. It's like when you're in your element, the confidence really comes out, but it's really hard to bring it out for you. And I think maybe one of your goals this year is to kind of like bring that confidence out a little bit more. Maybe stop some self-limiting beliefs. With black, like I said, black is the color of death and transformation. This might be a really huge goal for you, to have more confidence, more personal power, kind of finding yourself again and letting that come out. That might be something that might be happening this month as well. And you do need to find a lot of grounding if we do want to focus a lot on our yin energy, the internal self, the subconscious. Especially with the monk and nun, we might have to focus on ourselves for a little bit, because we might be the type of person to kind of like just accept whatever. We might be a little more passive and kind of like not stick up for ourselves as much as we should have. So you're being guided to kind of stick up for yourself, go through a phase of healing, or maybe you've been recently through a phase of healing and you have turned to your spirituality to kind of help you here. But yeah, that's the kind of energies I'm seeing from you guys. Let's see what else we got. Let's dive into your tarot cards. Sorry if it froze a little bit. I might have to stack a little bit just because I need to get everything in here. There we go. Got a nice little setup here. So let's take a look at your tarot cards here. So the way I'm setting the reading up is when a full moon, when we're diving into full moon energy, the full moon is all about, the phase of when we're trying to achieve goals, or goals are approaching completion, and we're kind of like delving in ourselves a little bit more and seeing what is the last thing that's kind of holding us back. And then we also have the full moon in Cancer, which brings a little bit more of a nurturing energy. So if we've been in our feelings a little bit, or if we've been like noticing a little more things coming from our subconscious, it's because, we have that Cancer energy here as well. So the first card will be, what do we need to release? The middle card will be, what are we currently facing? And then the last card is, what is our future bringing us, or what is the end of the month bringing us for us to be able to finish out this month strong, okay? So let's flip them over. Our first card, what do we need to release? We have the Nine of Pentacles. That's interesting. So when I think of the number 9, I think of like, we've been through a journey of like, we may have recently had a breakthrough. And when it comes to the Pentacles comes to our environment, our surroundings, monetary value, earth element. And it seems like we've had a goal in mind for this year, but maybe if it has taken a back seat for some reason. Number 9 is close to number 10, because when we reach 10, we reached a completed cycle. But for some reason, we're stuck at this level of progress for achieving our goals. Because if we have this upright, that means that we are seeing the abundance that's coming to us. We have the trees blooming. We have the tiger here for strength here, or the panther. She's holding a bird. Everything's just full abundance. Like you see a huge castle in the background. She's just standing in her fruitful endeavors. So we have this in reverse. So what you need to release, I'm getting, since we got the confidence card, is holding ourselves back. We're holding ourselves back a lot. This seems like an issue that we might have struggled with before. We might have had seen some progress, but something has triggered it. It might have been a toxic relationship where we're finally realizing the people around us was contributing to our triggers of holding ourselves back. We might have a conditioned behavior to talk to ourselves very negatively. It seems that we're also afraid of maybe with our we're afraid of achieving our true life's purpose because we might be afraid of other people's opinions of us. We might not feel like we're good enough. We might not feel like we're ready. I just hear, or not hear, but I feel a lot of like negative speak. I also feel like this is all in your mind. So it's either like maybe there was some emotional conditioned while you were growing up, or it was a relationship that you're in where like that person or yourself was just like gaslighting you, or you gaslight yourself thinking that you're not good enough, or they're saying that you're not good enough and you're never going to achieve your goals, and you have been doing it for so long that has been taking a toll on you. With this blue card, I'm also getting throat chakra. It's almost like we're being reborn to stand in our truth, speak our truth, especially with the confidence card and the inner strength. So you need to release self-limiting beliefs. That's what you need to release. Okay, so what is the current situation? Ooh, you got the Five of Swords in reverse. Oh, so this is good. Okay, so the swords, the Suit of Swords is all about mind and intellect. I knew I got a lot of mental energy here. Maybe also have the heart chakra too, because it's piercing our hearts. So our mind, you know how we have like the trine, the mind, body, and soul. It seems that your mind has control over the three balances of the mind, body, and soul. It seems that maybe in the past, since we have this in reverse, we're recovering from self-limiting beliefs. Maybe we've experienced a trauma and that's why we're kind of at a halt right now. But with the Five of Swords, it's guiding you to kind of get out of this triggered emotion that you're feeling right now and kind of guide yourself through some healing, back to stability, kind of start believing in yourself a little bit more, kind of change our thought patterns, or bring back work to changing our thought patterns. Yeah, I get a lot of like negativity with our thoughts. And this is something that you've struggled with for a long time. I just get that feeling. And you're being called to finally heal this. This might be a karmic lesson for you. This is like literally stopping you. You're like almost close to your goal here. Like you're super close. And you know, everybody has relapses and whatnot. And you might have seen great, tremendous like improvements in a lot of places in your life, but if you truly want to get to that 100%, this is like the last step. So that's what you're currently facing right now. You're facing this internal struggle, which is your last step of achieving that abundance that you want to get to that number 10, to get to finish that cycle that we have. This also might be of something that you feel, that I feel actually, that might relate to you creatively. It might be a creative block due to our thoughts. It might be if you're an artist of some kind. It seems that we think our work is not good enough for some reason. But you gotta believe in yourself. You have to care. You have to believe in your work, and you have to believe that you are talented, and that whoever else is criticizing this work, that's their opinion, not your opinion. Okay? You're worthy to, you are worthy is another message I'm getting. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this. You're a zebra. Zebras are super creative. You know what you're doing. So don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, so what is this going to bring us in the future if we're able to achieve this goal? Oh, look. That's beautiful. We're clearing out all of those negative thoughts. Like, Ace of Swords brings us mental clarity. It's the aspect of mind over matter. Yeah, whether it be that we talk it out or we go to counseling. But it seems that if we really bring our focus to this issue, like, we're going to see abundance from it. It's going to clear out all of that negative, it can even be emotional, because our emotions are attached to our thoughts. If you're experiencing anxiety, depression, yeah, you're going to see the light soon. So don't worry too much. Let this message, you're being guided to pick yourself back up and continue the fight again. Don't let this last obstacle get in your way. You're almost there. You're at the end of the tunnel. That's awesome. So yeah, with getting messages of what's our obstacle and what's coming into the future, we don't always know how to do that, right? So I did draw some moon cards. Of course, since I'm doing a full moon reading, to add to your reading as well. And then I'll shuffle in one last oracle card to give you a nice message to finish your reading. So let's see. I pulled 2 moon cards for you. So let's start with the first one. We got nothing yet is set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable moon. Oh, so mutable signs. I get Gemini, Sagittarius, Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed. Maybe that's Pisces as well. We got a lot of water in this image too. Nothing yet is set in stone. Exactly. Your future can still be written by you. Just because you're experiencing this block doesn't mean you're going to fail. It doesn't mean you need to give up that goal that you're pursuing right now. I have a hunch that it is career related. But yeah, we need to remember this affirmation. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. We need to bring positivity to us in some kind of form. We gotta make sure that our thoughts, we don't what is that term called? Jump the gun. We don't jump the gun. Yeah, because I feel like anxiety might be the main issue here more than depression. I think the anxiety and negative thought that you produce is our biggest enemy when it comes to thinking that we can't get out of a situation and we are our own worst enemies when we really can. Nothing yet is set in stone. Your story is not ending here. You gotta believe that there's something more out there for you. And with this monk nun card, if you need help, now is the time to also focus on yourself. Go within yourself, really connect and heal that, whether it be therapy, whether it be venting it out to a friend, whether it be having a friend holding you accountable to negative speaking when you're near them, since we got relationships here. Making sure we do have positive relationships that support us instead of people who put us down. Shedding all of that, shedding negative relationships, negative speech, kind of like, rebirth, get rid of everything. Focus on yourself and have great support. Because you, at the end of the day, you write the ending to your own story. Okay? That is one piece of advice that I'm getting. And then this is your other moon card. Ooh, this is beautiful. Yeah. Last quarter moon. Oh yeah, that's the end of the month. Last quarter moon. Beautiful. Look how this person's being supported. Holding hands here. Got a beautiful woman in the background. Yeah, we need more gratitude in our lives. We need to bring more gratitude. And we can do that with journaling. If you are creative, let's do that with journaling or art or poetry. How can we bring more positive self-thinking to ourselves? We can write like things that we love about ourselves in a journal, at least one thing every day, things that we're proud of ourselves for accomplishing. We can write things that we're grateful for having in our life, or people who we're having in our life. Sorry about that. I just lost my train of thought because I got interrupted, but finding ways to bring more gratitude. I feel like a lot of journaling might help that, maybe getting some self-guided journaling prompts. So you know, if you don't know where to start, at least you have a guide. There are plenty of journals out there that have like prompts for every day. I just bought one. So look on Amazon or wherever you tend to shop for, or wherever you shop. But gratitude could be just sending out a prayer in the morning, or lighting a candle and sending a wish and saying, or having positive affirmations here. Have positive affirmations once for every day that focuses on each triggering thought. So if it's like we're self-conscious about our work, we can, what's the thing that you like most about your work? And you can create an affirmation about the thing and remind yourself that, you know, getting better in our work is a process and a journey, and you will get better. It just takes time, and it's a process. Positive affirmations, journaling, meditation. If you're into that, you can do that through yoga or some breathing work, or since we've got the throat chakra here. But yeah, finding a way to bring gratitude to boost our inner strengths, because I'm getting a sense of, like I said, turning to our spirituality. So that's why I'm saying like prayer. Even before we go to sleep, how can we set an intention when we sleep, right? It's all about the gratitude, baby. All right, so those are the main messages I'm getting from your moon cards here. So let's get a final message for you. I'm going to be using the seasons. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. I'm going to be using the Seasons of the Witch here to get your final message, and I'll be reading out the book because I find the messages out of the book very guiding. Oh, I forgot. You might have a companion stone besides petrified wood. Petrified wood, I think, would really help you on your journey. But usually with the moon cards, there is a companion stone with the card. So let me see. Ocean Jasper. Yeah, so we might want to, we might want to even use some crystal work. We got Ocean Jasper and then some petrified wood to help you on your journey here. I don't have any Ocean Jasper, so I would look up some images of Ocean Jasper. So, all right. Let's get one final message to end your reading. Hopefully everything has resonated so far for you. From me now, secrets hide, ancient wisdoms be my guide. From me now, secrets hide, ancient wisdoms be my guide. From me now, secrets hide, ancient wisdoms be my guide. I like to say things or do things in three. That's just how I am. Alright. Spirit, what is the one final message they can use? Wow, that came out pretty fast. Aww, that's beautiful. Star. The star in tarot is all about having hope and faith. We got a beautiful poem here. Follow the stars, for they know best, not too light, not too dark. The shimmer of what is coming next. See, yes. Staying hopeful. Seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. We're almost there. That's awesome. Okay, so let's read the message for you. Okay. Keywords for this card is inner knowing, direction, and North Star. We all have an inner North Star guiding us to our destiny. Your inner star speaks to you through your emotions, both good and bad. Fear speaks up when you should take caution. Joy is present when you stumbled upon something that aligns with your soul. Sadness is a call to heal, and inspiration is fertile ground for creativity. You cannot go wrong when you follow your inner star. It is the light that will guide you home. You have pulled star in this reading to remind you to trust in your inner knowing. Your soul knows. It knows what you need. It knows what to avoid. It knows when something doesn't feel right and when you're on the right path. Believe in your ability to understand what is right, even when you're unsure of your destination. You already know what you need at this moment. Keep following your inner North Star and you will find your way to your purpose. Yes, follow your inner North Star. All right. I hope you guys take this message in. I hope the message has resonated for you. I am sending you tons of light and love and hoping that you'll continue to follow your inner North Star. All right. I want to send gratitude and thanks to my guides and your guides for inspiring and sending you this message. I hope you have a great rest of your evening and you'll be fine. Love you guys. Yeah. Hello. Welcome. If you picked Lapis Lazuli, the raw Lapis Lazuli, you have picked pile 2. This is an awesome stone. So lapis lazuli was used a lot by the ancient Egyptians to bring forth our truth through spiritualness, abundance, and wisdom. So if you chose this stone, maybe you're trying to find your true self. You're looking for some wisdom right now, for some guidance. Right. Welcome to your reading. Just a reminder that my readings are for confirmations. At the end of the day, you have every control of your decisions. Sorry, I have to burp. Ooh, the music's probably a little too loud right now. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Let's lower that down a little bit. You have every control over your decisions, and my readings are for confirmations. At the end of the day, if something does not resonate Please leave it on the table for those who will resonate with it. Keep in mind, this is a collective reading, so I'm not just reading for one person. I'm reading for a group of people. All right, so let's get things started. So the first thing we're going to start with is a couple of oracle cards just to get attuned to your energy a little bit more. We're going to start with the astrological card here. We got the 10th house, which represents our careers, our passion, how we want to leave our mark in the world. We have Capricorn and Jupiter. Jupiter is all about expansion, abundance, and wisdom. It's also considered, you know, what things we might do in excessives. We have Capricorn energy here with the keyword control. That's very interesting. It seems the vibe I'm getting here is that we might be feeling very extremely unbalanced right now. When I hear control and I see Capricorn, and Capricorn is very good about having control, right? So we want to take on the energy of the Capricorn. They're very methodical. They approach goals in a slow and methodical way. They're really determined. So if you are feeling unbalanced, have we taken a look at ourselves? Have we been feeling lazy? Have we been getting a sense of depression, maybe? Overwhelmed? Kind of getting maybe a little bit of frozenness from here. I'm getting like a really bad head pain here. I think it's very much related to the mind or our emotions. Yeah. Alright, so let's see some of our cards. We have the reverse Phoenix. We have the reverse Knight in Shadow mode here. Knight in Shining Armor is in Shadow mode. So at Shadow attributes, allegiance to destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. I have Psychic Development, the third eye chakra. That is the space right between the eyebrows. Interesting. Almost as you're looking into yourself and you're holding, and all the decisions, I'm getting like you are in charge of your own future. Rejection. This is our color energy card here. Some energies coming into your reading. Individuality. And the number 11. 11 is a lucky number, actually. I love the number 11 here. Red for your root chakra here. Yeah. Very unbalanced here. We need more grounding. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Interesting. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. You know what? I feel like these orange cards need to go together. I'm going to move these a little bit more over so we can see a better picture here. Alright, so those are our oracle cards. This reverse Phoenix, I feel like your reading is all about going through and healing a karmic debt. I don't know if you believe in past lives, but it seems like this is something that might have been unachieved from a past life, or something that we are supposed to learn in this life. And it seems that we're being called for a rebirth. We got a lot of root chakra here. So the Phoenix does represent, is a placement of our root chakra, and our root chakra is extremely unbalanced. I'm getting a sense of losing a sense of self. As in, like, we don't know who we are anymore. We don't know who we're supposed to be. We're lost. We're going through a transformation, but it's the dark part of a transformation. It's like a karmic, like, yeah, you're learning your karmic lesson right now. This might have been triggered from a failure or something from your past. You might have made a mistake. You might have had an obstacle, and it's just sent you into a spiral. Or maybe you had a relationship that failed, a goal that failed, and it really affected you. And it's kind of like you don't know who you are anymore. You don't know who you are without this person or thing. You thought you knew who you are, but you no longer know who you are. You're at that point where you're waiting for someone to come rescue you, like this knight, white knight on a horse, knight in shining armor, right? But the lesson I feel like you have to learn to get through this karmic lesson is that you have to be your own knight in shining armor. No one is gonna save you but yourself. Take control of the situation. Because when I see rejection here, it seems that you're rejecting change and you're trying to reject this lesson. It's like you're at a standstill or at a freeze. Kind of like this picture here. You're not letting change come into your life here. Orange is the color of like a lot of like energy coming in. It's very much like the chariot energy. It's like moving. It's supposed to move fast. Orange is supposed to be fast results or fast like filling yourself up with energy, but it's like your energies are completely depleted, like you have no energy, and there is no space for change to take place because we're just stuck at failure here. All right, I'm getting a sense of trying to find a self with the individuality, like I said. Finding your life's purpose, finding your true personality, if that makes sense, or finding a true sense of self. Especially with the psychic development, you need to work on your third eye chakra. If you, I know most people are not in tune to doing meditation, but it seems that you have a gift here, and that if we want to move past this difficult time, we need to go within and kind of bring ourselves to solitude and focus on ourselves and take control of the situation and develop this gift that we have hiding within us. It's like you're looking in on yourself, but you're still so far away that you can't connect. So how can we connect? You know, how can we develop your gift, your true self, your true, however you are meant to be, your true purpose. We might have to do this through dream work, meditation, maybe some Reiki healing. I feel like there's a block here. Might be a karmic block or a mental block. Maybe some Reiki sessions might help to revive the energies or restore the energies to our body. But a sense of healing needs to take place. And I feel called to say to dive into spirituality. Dive into what you connect with or what you believe is spiritual to you. Or what is grounding to you. We need to bring this element more apparent in our lives. Yeah, we need to do this more. We need to stop rejecting change. We need to flip the phoenix and have our rebirth, our transformation. Whatever difficulties we're dealing with right now, we need to transmute that energy and not stay in a hole and just think about the negative. We need to stop having, I'm going to give you some tough love. Don't have a pity party. Don't stay frozen. Don't stay frozen. The only person that can help you is you. No one is coming to save you. You can only help yourself. Not saying that you shouldn't have support, but if the only person that can change themselves is you. And even you can have all the support you want, but if you're not willing to change, I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. You're not going anywhere. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is a tough message, my pile twos. You're my tough pile. All right, let's see what our tarot cards have to say here. Okay. The first card will tell me what we need to release this full moon. This full moon is in Cancer, so whatever we're releasing, we have to be nurturing to ourselves. We can't be harsh on ourselves, okay? The middle card will be the current situation that you're facing right now. And then the last card will be what is the end of month in future placement looking like for you? What will you be experiencing from the full moon to the end of the month, okay? All right, let's start. I'm kind of nervous. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety from you guys. Okay, first card, Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you want to do new things. You have a new vision. You want something more. It's like the real you wants to come out. But it's like you're taking no action. There's no energy there for you. But the two is all about bringing in the concept of duality and balancing the oppositions of our yins and yangs. Right now, we're too much inactive. We might be being a little bit lazy, or we might be feeling stuck because of depression. We're really letting energy depletion kind of guide us right now. There is no planning here. There's no planning behind the goal that you want. If you want change, you have to research. You have to look. You can't just be at a standstill and wait for answers coming to you. Is the message that I'm getting here. So what you need to release is this mental block, the karmic block, and you need to release blame. Blame, yeah. It's almost like maybe you're blaming someone else for the situation that you're in, or you're blaming something else for the situation that you're in. When it comes down to it, I mean, we can't just, keep stuck in that mindset, because at the end of the day, what we choose to do from things that happen to us is up to us. You need to break the cycle, okay? Because, I feel called to say that with the karmic lesson. You need to release blame, laziness, and some emotional and karmic blocks. It's a lot. I'm getting a lot from you, from your pile. There's so much information. Alright, so what are we currently facing right now? Why are we feeling the way we are? Ten of Wands. We literally have no energy left. I feel like you're literally just in a pit of despair right now. Yeah, I see depression in this card. I see anxiety. I see sadness. I feel like you're stuck. And you don't know how to get out. But the good thing is, when we're at our lowest, the only place we can go up from here is up. As you can see, his mind is illuminated. So you need to change your state of mind. You need to ground yourself. Because, We also need to stop taking on too much. If this is about your career, you're taking on too much responsibility that's burning you out to the point of like you have nothing else to think about. Like all you're doing is working and going to sleep. That's all I see right now. If this is relating to relationships, we're holding on to toxic relationships. If this is a personal growth, this is a personal thing. You're letting your shadow self, like you're letting your darkness control you and overwhelm you right now. And it's mentally and physically draining on you right now. But like this knight, like I said, you have to be your own knight in shining armor. No one's going to come to rescue you. The only person who can come to save you is yourself. So you have to really have to ground yourself, find healing, reach out. If you have to go to a therapist, if you have to go to counseling, do it. If we have to lean on our significant others, or like I said, have them hold. Sorry, there's a hair here and it's bothering me. If we need someone to hold us accountable and like call us out, then ask our partners to do that. Ask our friends to hold us accountable. You know, ask your friends for help. You know, you don't have to struggle on this by yourself. At the end of the day, like at a core position, at the core of the situation, it's mainly you. But if you stay frozen, there is going to be no change. There is going to be no movement. Stop resisting help. Stop resisting change. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to start somewhere. Take small steps. Take small steps. Ooh, you guys are heavy, man. Energies, like it hurt. I feel it in my chest, in my head. Alright, so how can, like, what is the end of the month looking for us? Princess of Pentacles. So the princess is the page of the, is usually the page of tarot, in the suit of the page. The page is always about, the page represents of the eternal student, always being in the state of learning something new. It seems that the rest of the month, we are really gonna try and unblock ourselves right now. We're gonna focus on ourselves. We're going to, we gotta start with a fresh, clean slate. You're starting over. That's what rebirth with the Phoenix is all about. We're starting over. You have to start over. You have to go to the foundational level. We're going to be going to the foundational level. Whether it be that you need some routine in your daily life to keep you moving. Whether it is that you're finding what makes you happy again and researching. But we're going to be researching. We're going to be collecting our resources. We're going to be in a state of healing from now until the end of the month, if we choose to heal. Because it's in reverse, you know. The Princess of Pentacles represents balance between our physical body, like in herself, our physical body and our internal selves. But right now, you're going to be going until the end of the month, you're going to be in a state of maybe solitude, going into the self, learning how to connect with ourselves again, learning to reclaim our power, learning to, putting ourselves in action, basically. Letting go of things that exhaust us. Basically, we're going to be like a bear in hibernation. Like this bear, we're going to hibernate and we're going to focus on ourselves. And hopefully we can, whenever I do your reading for you next, we can flip the princess and see some progress on that goal. But it's like, it's a huge transformational, this month is tough for you. I'm sending you my love. I know it's hard. If you need help, you can always reach out to me. I'll do my best to help you. Just know that there's also some free resources out there for counseling if you need it, if you don't have health insurance. Find those resources, okay? That's a message that I'm also getting with for you guys. Alright, so let's get to your moon cards. We have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And then darkness. So how can we achieve this goal, right? So Spirit is telling you that you need to pay attention to your finances right now. If you're experiencing a financial devastation, it's time to rebuild that. It's time to finally take with this going with the Two of Wands, we need to create a plan, a game plan on how we can get to building upon our fresh, clean slate. Build a plan for yourself. Ask for people's advice on this. Like, even build a plan with your counselor or therapist. But you need a practical plan in place. Even if it's just a bunch of tiny steps, you don't have to achieve all of this at once. You have to take it into smaller chunks, okay? That's the best way to go with healing. Healing takes time. Darkness. Yeah, solitude. Spending more time on yourself. A lot of self-reflection with the dark moon. A companion stone with this is, I would highly suggest if you're looking into some crystal work, some onyx would go great, as well as lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli and onyx might help you on your journey if you're into crystal work. And then when I see the bunny, I see shadow, and when I think of darkness, I think of shadow work. Shadow work means like going into the self and healing our inner child. If it's like maybe some traumas that we might have had from our past, we're really like exploring the depths of ourselves and healing ourselves. It could be journal prompting. It could be meditation. It could be yoga. Whatever we want to use. Whatever you've been wanting to try to get you excited again. You can. I'm feeling like it needs to be a project for you to kind of like boost those energies again, because we're depleted. It needs to get us excited again. It needs to build that energy with us. So find something that builds excitement within ourselves and use that as a tool for healing. And I feel like once you can get your grounding and your footing, we can be on our way towards our rebirth. Okay? Alright. I know that was a tough message, but let's get a final message. I'll be drawing a final message from the Oracle deck called the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle, because we are in the winter season, and I like to flow with my seasons. The Yule seasons is always a time for self-reflection and healing. And sometimes the winters, we have long nights and a lot of darkness comes out during that time. From me now, secrets hide, ancient wisdom, be my guide. Ancient wisdom and spirits, be my guide. What is a final message that pile 2 can use for their reading? A healing message. Perseverance. Yes, we need perseverance. Stay in the power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn the spirits within thy. Alright, so let's see what the message is. Always like to read the message because it's beautiful. Alright, so keywords for this card is loneliness, determination, and principles. Figuring out what our principles is, building determination within ourselves, right? Perhaps the most ominous card of the deck, perseverance often comes along due to struggles, betrayals, loss, or overwhelming obstacles ahead. You may be facing some setbacks or feel as though you don't have the strength to go on with your current path. The struggles you're facing now are meant to make you stronger and wiser, and to bring more clarity as you move forward. Consider this: if you cannot handle obstacles where you are, how will you address more significant challenges as you expand? You are being tested now to see how well you manage adversity. How you face challenges can make or break your path to success. Remember that strength is not limited and you have the power to overcome your situation. When the dust settles, you'll be wiser and ready to rise to a new level of success. Yes, so we must have perseverance. Okay? You guys can do it. I believe in you. I'm so sorry that you guys are struggling. Once again, you can reach out to me if you need help, if you need to vent, if you need guidance. I have a great Discord group for you guys. I can link it in the description below. We have a great community and support group, so join us. I'm sending my love to you. I'm sending light, and I hope you find healing soon. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much for coming to my pick a card reading. I would like to thank my guides and your guides for bringing this message to you, and I will see you guys later. Mwah. Hello, welcome, pile 3. We've chose the Sunstone, one of my favorites. If we chose the Sunstone, that means we might be looking for joy, harmony, energy, clearing out some negative energy, leadership skills, or courage, that kind of thing. The sun is yang energy. The sun fills us up with energy, hence, why we have this sunstone. This was given to me by one of my awesome cousins, Elizabeth. She knew it was my favorite, so yeah. I just, real quick before we start, I just want to say thank you so much for participating in my pick a card reading. Just remember that this reading is for a collective, so if anything does not resonate with you, please leave it on the table or on my altar for whoever it does resonate for. I'm not reading for one particular person, so remember that I'm picking up energies for multiple people. And at the end of the day, my readings are meant to be clarifications, okay? At the end of the day, you have the power to your own decisions. I do not make decisions for you. All right. Well, with that being said, let's get right in here, okay? So we're going to start with an astrological aspect that was going to be, that showed up in your pile. So we got the 4th house. Cancer, Jupiter. So we are having the full moon in Cancer. So Cancer energy tends to be very introspective, nurturing, motherly, introverted, caring. We also have the planet of Jupiter here, which represents abundance, wisdom, and expansion. We have keyword speculation here. We also have the 4th house, which represents our homes and our home life and security. The 4th house also represents children as well. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the 5th house. My bad. But yeah, this is all about our home life. We got the home life showing up in our reading. So let's see, here are some oracle cards that I meditated on and got me in tune with your energies. So we got happiness. This is my color energy oracle, color prism deck. So yeah, joy. And that does match with the sunstone there. We got the crow, upright. We got the lover in reverse, so the shadow attributes of the lover. Obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion. Ooh. Interesting. It's a little harsh, but you know, it's somewhere around that meaning. We have guilt here. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. We have communication, number 33 showing up. Solar plexus. The solar plexus is located right above our navel, right around the diaphragm area near the lungs. Is the chakra energy of our personal power, courage, confidence, self-will. We have intuition. We have another orange card. Orange represents our sacral chakra, which is right below our solar plexus. The sacral chakra is right below the navel. Represents our emotions, relationships, karmic patterns. And then we also got sacral chakra again. This is the sacral chakra oracle deck. And we got relationships highlighted here. Dealing with my pile 3s, you might use more logic. You might be more of a logical person. We got the crow here. The crow is incredibly smart and uses its logic to kind of access the intuition more than their emotions. I feel like that maybe this might be because of a conditioned behavior. We might have problems expressing communication. Not trusting ourselves or being afraid to express our feelings. It's hard for you to show happiness or express happiness, or people might not see you happy all the time. Even when you feel it, it's just you're not good at expressing that emotion. This might be because of a conditioned behavior from childhood. I'm getting a lot of energy from our past. Especially with the guilt card here. I release any beliefs that no longer assist me in my soul's growth. It's like we learned a certain way how to deal with our emotions based off how we grew up. And that has conditioned us to respond to emotions a certain way. And it is basically you have a safety mechanism in place. I feel like the reasons why we have intuition approaching is that you have to kind of think more with the heart and less with the mind, and rely more on gut instincts and expression of emotions, especially within our relationships, and bring harmony and happiness to our relationships, because our relationships might be suffering right now. Whether if we haven't been getting, like, I get a feeling that tensions at home is not exactly the best. Our environment, especially with this in reverse, it hasn't been very harmonious. For some of you, it might be that we're dealing with a partner who has these traits. For some of you, you have these traits. Yeah, with the Lover in reverse, we're dealing with a partner that has these traits, and they are very defensive. And then for some of us, we have these traits, and we need to bring more harmonious and deepening our bond with relationships at this time. Yeah, see how they're kissing? Oh, they're so cute. Yeah, aww. Yeah, it's been a little rough for a while now, and you're being guided to focus on your relationships. I'm getting partnerships, whether boyfriend or girlfriend, fiance, in marriage, or if it's roommates. It's a partnership in the home, basically. We want more of that Cancer energy. We want more nurturing environment, because we are not getting that right now. But yeah, either you are super dominant and or set in your ways, or it's your partner who's super dominant and set in their ways. There might have been an argument involved, and that's why guilt is coming up. But yeah, it's a little intense energy. I feel it in my chest, mostly the heart chakra, around there. I feel like this is how the layout should go. This person needs a lot of happiness, more happiness in their lives. Alright, so let's get to your tarot cards. Okay, so the first card here, right here, will represent what you need to release with this full moon. The middle card will represent the current situation that you're facing. And then the third card will be your outcome, and then the future until the end of the month. Okay? Alright, let's start with the first card. We have the Prince of Swords in reverse. Okay, lots of mental, a lot of mental things we need to release. Okay, with the Prince of Swords in reverse, I'm getting releasing conditioned behaviors, releasing a lot of mental blocks, releasing a little bit releasing how we approach relationships in regards to speech, or aggressive speech. And releasing maybe some letting go of defense mechanisms. Yeah. With the Prince of Swords in reverse, the Prince is really good, upright. He's really good with quick thinking. He's super logical. He's quick to bridge the mind and the heart and balance the mind and the heart. I'm also getting release your ego. Release your ego because it's connected with the conditioned behaviors, okay? Whatever you went through in your past, it's now like time for you to come to a healing point in your life. Whether it be a traumatic experience, now a time to release all that we've experienced in the past and bring healing to ourselves, so we can bring more nurturing and love to our relationships, and flip this Lover card upside down, like in the right position. That means, like, when I say self defense mechanisms, I'm talking about shutting down and closing people out completely. I'm talking about dealing with people who might lash out aggressively and emotionally, or you lash out emotionally. I feel like it could be either or. And you need to bring your mind to peace. You need to let happiness fill you in and not feel so, don't close yourself off and be cold. It's what I'm getting. My hands are cold too. Alright. Be more communicative. Don't hold all of your emotions inside. With this communication card, be more in tune with what you feel, with the intuition, and let that be expressed. Let people in and let people be vulnerable to that. Let people in and be vulnerable, because if you're with this person and they mean a lot to you, or if you're with this person, you need to bring this situation up. You need to have a serious conversation with this person and sit them down and talk about this. You need to communicate what you're feeling and what you're seeing. Alright, let's go to the current situation. 7 of Wands in reverse. It's almost like we've been beaten down. We've been beaten down to like we're in submission of our own self. If we're dealing with a person who are having these beliefs, and the current situation is that you need to have the courage to stand up for yourself, the courage to bring up these problems within your relationship. And if you are this person, you need to be aware of how aggressive and demeaning. You might not know you're being that way. It might just be something that you can't help expressing because of your past. But yeah, you need to bring healing to yourself if you are this person. Because if you're doing this to your significant other or your friendship, there is only so much that they can take before they had enough. It's extremely important message. We need to be aware of your energies when you are feeling irritated, or be aware of your partner's energy in the moment. If there's a reason, if we get heated, we need to be able to realize that emotions are flared up and that we need to walk away to give them time to calm down. We need to let go of our pain and bring healing to the inner child, is another message I'm getting. This does stem from childhood, this pattern. That's why we see guilt, because it's like you don't like, either you feel guilt because you know your significant other does not mean it or is trying to be better, but it's really difficult for them. Or you feel guilt because like you know you're doing this, but you don't know how to like change. So you really need to change soon, because when I see the 7 of Wands in reverse, it's like that person or you're feeling very beaten and like they're being worn down, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to be there in that position. We don't want to feel like that. They don't want to feel like that, okay? We need to bring attention to the situation, and we need to find healing. Couples therapy, whether it be couples therapy, whether it be an intervention you need to do, whether it be regular therapy, but like this is not good. It's not good in relationships. I'm sorry that I have to talk about this, but I mean, it's hard to talk about. I mean, sometimes things are just really hard to talk about. Now, if it's within the home, it could also be with parental figures if you're taking care of a person, or if you're taking care of a parent, or if you're living with a parent that you're taking care of. Because you have a very, very strong personality, or the person you're dealing with has a very strong personality. You guys are butting heads too much. Okay? So let's see. This is the outcome until the end of the month is 5 of Swords. Oh man. So look how the swords are piercing the heart. You really need to be paying attention to how you're saying things, because like it's foretelling of maybe a lot of snappy comments, or a lot of outbursts, a lot of arguments. The last thing we want to do is say something that we don't want to say, something that we really don't mean, out of like just because you're trying to react. Like, we don't want to be this heart in the middle. You need to let go of your ego. You need to find healing. You need to stop being stubborn. And you need to bring action to this right away, or we're going to suffer from that. We're going to be argumentative all the time. We don't want to be that. So please be very careful. Pay attention to your patterns. Pay attention to your partner's or parental's patterns, and make sure that you're brave enough to start working on them, or tell them to start working on them. Because, you know, your relationship is being called for more harmony, more communication, deepening of more love. Yeah, we want more love in our relationship, in our whatever way this is in the home for you, okay? Be aware of toxic patterns, and when you experience it, own up to it, apologize, and work on it. Don't just apologize. Be the change. Do the work. had to be a little harsh on, you know, I have to give you guys a little bit of tough love, but that's the message. All right, so let's get to your moon cards. So the first one we have is a fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. Yeah, we don't want no fiery climaxes, okay? We want to avoid a fiery climax. Okay, we don't want to get to a point where this gets too out of hand, okay? That's another hint that you guys are getting. We need to ground ourselves and center ourselves, find healing, work on ourselves, or bring attention to that in our partnerships if it's the other person, okay? If it's the significant other. And then your other moon card is patience. Yeah, you need more patience when we're communicating. You need not to block yourself off, and don't shut them out. Don't shut them out, or don't shut them out isn't a message I'm getting out, and or don't. If you're a person dealing with this, and if it's not like super toxic where they're being emotionally abusive, like I don't accept emotional abuse, but if it's like you can see that they're working on a conditioned behavior and you know it's because of a traumatic experience, we need to have patience with them too, because they're learning and they're trying to fix it. Okay? You know, right now you're in the middle of the journey. So be patient. Don't focus on, you know, the final goal. You know, really focus on the journey and how much effort that you're putting in this, because it's really important. Have more patience for yourself. Have more patience for your partner. And just be aware. Be consciously aware of that. Be conscious of that. Yeah. We don't want this. We don't want a fiery climax. Another message I'm getting from this is passive aggressive. Don't be passive aggressive and manipulative. Like, there is such thing as a quiet anger as well. That's why I say don't shut them out. Don't like ignore. Don't do the cold shoulder thing. That's a defense, like that's a conditioned behavior. We don't want to do that. We want to give them a space, like, to cool down. Give them, like, the body takes about 30 minutes for our, you know, that anger fuels our adrenaline in the body, and we go into fight or flight mode. So we need to give them space to cool down, but we don't want to be playing the cold shoulder game, okay? Like I said, patience can be wearing thin. So, you know, give them patience, but also know when you're letting them slide too much. Alright, that's the main message I'm getting. I'm sending you guys lots of love if you're dealing with this, or if you're trying to heal from a conditioned behavior. No one is perfect. Don't be so harsh on yourself. Have patience with yourself. That's a thing that takes a long time to heal. And as long as you are working on it, that's all that matters. As long as you're progressing on it, that's all that matters, okay? I'm not here to tell you that you're an awful human being. We all have our weaknesses. We all make mistakes. But it's what we do with our mistakes to get better. Alright, so I'm going to pull a message from the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle for your final message, as a last final guiding message. I'm using this deck because it is winter season and I like to flow with my seasons. This deck is very self-reflective and very healing, so I really love the messages, especially around this time of year. From me now, no secrets hide. Ancient wisdom and spirits be my guide. What is a final message that group 3, pile 3, my group of the Sunstone, can use? We got perseverance. Yeah. You can beat this. You will heal. Your relationship will get better. The tension will ease. You just gotta persevere. Stay in thy power, dear child, for thy lonely is never alone. When the world is dreadful upon thy, turn the spirits within thy. Alright, so let's listen to the message. Yeah, this is keywords are loneliness, determination, and our principles. Yes, our principles. Perhaps the most ominous card of the deck, perseverance, often comes along due to struggles, betrayals, loss, or overwhelming obstacles ahead. We do have some obstacles ahead. You may be facing some setbacks or feel as though you do not have the strength to go on with your current path. The struggles you're facing now are meant to make you stronger and wiser, and to bring more clarity as you move forward. Consider this: if you cannot handle obstacles where you are, how will you address more significant challenges as you expand? You're being tested now to see how well you manage adversity. How you face challenges can make or break your path to success. Remember that strength is not limited, and you have the power to overcome your situation. When the dust settles, you'll be wiser and ready to rise to a new level of success. Yeah. If you can beat this, if you can get over this, this is just gonna give you more personal power and more healing. And so this will make you, stronger as a person and be able to deal with different obstacles that come into your life, okay? It's a path that is very needed right now. So I hope you do really take my words into consideration. But like I said, at the end of the day, you're in charge of your own choices. I'm sending lots of light and love to you guys, whoever's struggling or dealing with this. Let me know if you need help. Reach out to your support. Reach out to family. Reach out to your friends. We're here for you. If you would like a supportive community, I will list my Discord link in the description below. Join us. Be surrounded by people who will support you. If you want accountability, we can give you that accountability. All right? Thank you so much for being here for my pick a card reading. I'm sending love to your guides and my guides. I appreciate them. I love them. And I thank them. You guys have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your month. Bye. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to my full moon pick a card reading. In the description below, I have listed my Discord group if you would like to join a community for people who want to learn about tarot or would like to practice tarot or any sort of divination. My group is for people who want to dive into spirituality, who need a support system or anything like that. We have a great group of people in there. We have other readers there if you want to join. If you'd like to subscribe to me on Twitch, that's where I'll be streaming. I'll list my schedule below with my Twitch link, as well as if you have a Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to me for free, and it'll be included in your Amazon Prime membership. If you need help figuring that out, you can always send me a message or send me a message to my email. I'll link that below as well. I stream Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, only 3 times a week so far. And then you get access to more private readings if you were to subscribe. I also have my other accounts. I'll link them below. So thank you so much. If you like my content, please please feel free to follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more readings. I got some more ideas, and I'm probably going to dive more into spell work for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. I love you guys. Have a great evening or morning. See you later.